Hello, this is Shane from PSV Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Shane Mcguigan, and he's here and to talk about Murray Groves' fight.
Yeah, Murray Groves, it's a great fight. I think you've seen a little bit of heat at the press conference. It's nice to see. I think there's a lot of respect there, but there's also a lot of pride at stake. And I think with Martin and George, they both feel that they're better than each other, and that's why it makes it such an exciting fight for the viewers.
George Groves looks super confident ahead of this fight. To be fair, out of all of his fights, he's always looked really confident. He's not looking ahead of this fight at all, is he?
No, not at all. George doesn't do that. Obviously he's hit one or two hurdles before, and he realises that you've got to take every fight as it's your last. So with that, we've trained extremely hard. We've had 3 fights back to back. It's been nice. It's been busy, and we're learning every day in the gym. And the fact that we got a real test now is nice, because we want to test ourselves before we get that world title fight.
I know it's a WBA world title eliminator, but does that mean that you're not going towards a Badou Jack route? Because obviously he did beat him in a close decision, and obviously he would want to avenge that loss.
The Badou Jack route is it's a tricky one. You've got Callum Smith there waiting mandatory. You've got James DeGale who's going to have a unification fight with him. So whatever the case, it's a long wait. We want to win a world title. We want to win it as quick as possible. And with that, Chudinov, I think obviously with Felix Sturm's B sample failing the B sample as well. So it's given us a chance to fight for that vacant belt if we get the win on Saturday night.
Obviously you've got Carl Frampton in your stable as well, and obviously he's got a massive fight ahead of him against Santa Cruz. How's training gone ahead of that fight?
Yeah, good. We're 5 or 6 weeks out on Saturday, and it's gone great. We've been in camp for a long time. Sparring's going great, and we're really excited. We go out to New York 4 weeks in advance, whereas with our El Paso fight against Gonzalez, we left that only for 2 weeks. And traveling long distance, jet lag does take 21 days, they say, and over is even better. So we're going to be out there a long time. We're going to have a chance to promote the fight out there, and we're also going to just going to be able to reacclimatise ourselves and get it right. And I think Santa Cruz is 3-weight world champion, unbeaten guy, always been on the A side of the fight. He's been with Golden Boys, we've been with Al Heyman, but he's never fought a fighter like Carl Frampton, a proven box fighter, a guy that can box in the back foot and can punch very hard and can mix it on the inside. So I believe it's going to be fight of the year.
Last time we spoke to you at the last press conference, you said there was a few issues ahead of that fight because of, unfortunately, Santa Cruz's father being ill. Have all the issues of that all been sorted out now, and is this contract on fight night?
Yeah, exactly. We were going to do a UK press tour, but I think that's been cancelled now. So we go over on the 4th of July. So we're going to be there, and we're going to do a press conference on the 5th of July in New York, and then we go to LA on the 6th, and then we're back into camp again on the 7th in New York. So it's going to be a busy couple of days, but once we get all those press conferences done and sorted, we fight, I think, will sell itself. There's a big army coming over from Northern Ireland, and I think it's going to be a fantastic night.
Obviously, you also train a former heavyweight world champion and undisputed cruiserweight world champion, David Haye. David Haye has been in the mix of a few fighters now. Like, he's been offered the Tony Bellew fight, apparently, and he's also previously agreed to fight Shannon Briggs. So what is actually next for him, and why is the consideration to fight Tony Bellew come up when he wants to be like a legitimate heavyweight?
Because it makes sense, it makes sense when somebody calls you out, you fight them. He's a fighting man. Tony Bellew, I think was high on emotions. He obviously, wants a massive fight. He's always been sent abroad to fight, and he's, I think he wants to feel like a champion going into a massive fight. And David Haye is the biggest name in British boxing still. If you look at the viewing figures of him, he just draws so much attention, and with that, people want to be a part of it. I don't think Anthony Joshua wants to be a part of it at this present time, but that fight's going to happen down the line. You've got Tony Bellew, you've got Shannon Briggs that we signed in for as well, so we are going to fight Shannon Briggs, and if he does fight Tony Bellew, he's not going to fight him at cruiserweight. We'll find a catchweight, but that's once again, that's the A side going into it. Tony Bellew will come up, and he'll he'll play the B side, and if we want to fight at 17 stone, he'll come up to 17 stone. He just wants a payday.
As a young trainer, are you always looking to expand on your team, or are you happy with the team that you have now?
I'm extremely happy with the team I have. Although I've got guys like Frampton, Groves and Haye. I've still got some extremely talented prospects coming up through. I've got Josh Taylor from Scotland, who's 5-0 with 5 KOs. I've got Josh Pritchard from Portsmouth, and I've got Conrad Cummins. I've got these 3 great talents, and it's only a matter of time before they start breaking on to the main stage and filling the gaps when the other ones retire.
Okay, thanks for talking to PSP Sports, Shane. We really appreciate it, and it's great to have you on the channel once again.